morning. I thought I'd bring you along, and I have my basil that's finally dehydrated. Take it off my dehydrator sheets. And I'm just going to kind of lightly rub it so that I can get all the leaves off of the stems. And then I can put it in my basil container. And as you can see, I've pretty well got stems left. It's nice and crispy because this is going to be my winter stash for putting away for all my soups, stews, pastas, anything that I want and that I need basil in. And I just grow my own. You can grow it in a flower pot. It doesn't have to be in an actual garden. So you can do this too. Even if you live in the city and you have a patio, put a pot out and just get some basil seed or buy some basils. The grocery stores even have it in there that you can usually get some potted herbs. Anything that's not crispy, I don't want into my stash because then it'll spoil the rest. As long as it's crispy, it's perfect. So I've got 3 trays of it. I'll bring you back when I have everything done. Tray number 2. Just have to lightly squeeze them. You can see all the leaves crumbling down onto my parchment paper. Got my basil container out to fill up. If I have anything extra, then I'll just put it into a glass jar, vacuum seal it, and then it's good just in storage for quite a while. This is still really nice and green and lush. Do you put basil or oregano in your soups and stews and pastas, or what kind of herbs do you use? These are just so simple to do. I'll take you out to my garage or shop area and I'll show you the big air dryer type thing I have that I got off of Amazon. Works beautifully. It's just a big kind of a mesh tent, and you just unzip it and put your herbs in it and walk away from it, and every day you just kind of give it a couple bumps and shake the herbs up inside. And then after, you know, a week or 2 or whatever, depends on the weather. If it's drier weather, not so humid, the herbs actually dry quite quickly. So I put all my herbs. I just picked and harvested oregano and basil again yesterday. A nice harvest of both. I was very happy with that because I might actually have enough that I can give some away, because I like to share and get what I need for the year and then share some of the extras. So why not? It doesn't hurt to give some away. But look at the nice harvest I've got going on here. That is a lot. Ooh, I think I've got some rosemary here that jumped into my tray. And then I just take my hands and rub it together. And then it gets it a little bit more broken down. And if you just fresh grind it in your hands when you get ready to use it, then it lets out more aromatics. So I don't take it down too far so that I still can, when I crumble it, bring more aromatics fresh into the soups or stews that I'm making. I have 1 more tray. That's getting to be quite a nice little pile on my parchment paper, isn't it? And I still have 1 more tray. This was just 1 harvest that I've done, and I've already done some earlier this year. And like I mentioned, I had just harvested yesterday a bunch. I didn't show that. I was kind of in a hurry, and I just thought, well, I'm just gonna grab it and throw it in that herb drying tent that I bought. And then I thought I'd show the final video when I'm putting it in my jars. So I'll take you out and I'll show you that yet. But I thought I'd better give you a basil update, because it was a few videos ago that I had said I was going to harvest it. So I did, but I didn't show you that either. This harvest, when I picked it all and put it in that tent. Anyways, I'll bring you back when I get a final amount of what I've got, and I'll measure it. Okay, I finally have got everything done up. Nothing left but stalks. there's a few crumbles of leaves on them yet. And I like to make sure I get everything. So I'll clean the counter up here. Put that on my pile. But that is a nice stash of leaves. And this is my container that I put it in. So I want to get the smaller leaves. And put that in there. So now this will take me through the winter with soups and stews, and maybe even a whole year of that. And I wanted to show you, see, I buy the seasonings in these containers, and when this is empty, I'll keep the container for this type of a thing. You probably have some seasoning containers around home also, and then you've got where you can use the shaker, or if you need it out in bigger amounts. So keep your containers and reuse them. Why would you go and buy new ones when you probably have got these in your own cupboards? So just one little tip and trick to save. And we have to be, I think, a little bit more conscious of the money we're spending. So this basil I have harvested all summer, and I've got quite a huge amount. This is easily 2 to 3 cups of basil left, plus what I've already topped up in here. So I'm going to put this into a mason jar and seal. Okay, I've got a mason jar. It's just a pint, but I think it's more than big enough. Put my funnel in. And there is 2 cups of perfectly dried basil for my stash. I've got a snap lid. Make sure that that's clean, put that on. And this is my vacuum sealer. It does standard size jars like this, and it does the wide mouth. So if I just put that on, now this will vacuum seal it, and it'll be airtight. And I can keep that for up to, I don't know, 2 or 3 years on my shelf, and it's a perfect flavor. Doesn't lose any flavor. So you buy a few basil seeds, plant them in a flower pot, or if you have a garden or a raised bed, plant a nice little row of them, harvest them 2 or 3 times a year. When you harvest, make sure you water it heavily, get it regrowth coming, and then just keep harvesting, and then you've got your herbs for the whole winter, enough to share and enough for yourself. And the oregano, this is a jar packed full of oregano that I harvested earlier. Okay, this says it's done, and it didn't seal. I must have had something on the lid. We will try that again. Anyways, the oregano is a perennial plant, so it'll come back year after year after year as long as it doesn't get frost killed over winter. And then you can keep harvesting, and you've got your plants and everything, and you can harvest basil and oregano. That's 2 key herbs that I use a lot in my kitchen. So just anyways, this is your basil update and oregano. And I'll take you out and I'll show you out in my garage the hanging tent thing I have that's all mesh. It's 5 or 7 layers, holds a lot of herbs. Well, here we are out in my garage, and here is my big towering herb tray thing. You just unzip it. This is full of oregano that I picked yesterday, and you just put it in there, and I zip it up. No bugs can get in it, and every day you just kind of give it a shake. Loosen the herbs up, and the top 2 layers are basil. So this one and this one is basil, oregano, oregano, and oregano. So I have a huge harvest yet coming, but the sun is shining in on there, and that will help to dry it. There's no humidity today, so that's great, but I got this off of Amazon, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trays, 8 layers. It's huge, right? And I just hang it up to my garage door opener, And I just leave it here. And I have a cross window over here. So when I open the window, it causes a cross draft coming through out to the big door or the other way. And it dries it out beautifully for me. And if it gets it close but not totally dry, then I take it in and put it in my Excalibur dehydrator just to finish it. You want to make sure your leaves are 100% dry. Anyways, there's my basil update, folks. Okay, this time it worked. See, now my lid is on, and this is my oregano lid, and it's vacuum sealed, and then I just put a ring on it. And, thought I had a ring for this, I'll find. Okay, so now I have 4 cups worth of herbs put away for the winter. There's 2 cups each in my actual containers that I keep in my cupboard. And I have a quart jar of basil in my cupboard also. I have lots of herbs, so I'll probably find a couple little 1-cuppers and I'll put some in and I'll give that away and I'll share it with friends or family. It's just a good thing to do, right? To help out others. And if you've got extra, I think that's a good thing. Anyways, I'll take you out and we'll show you my tent.